This young guy spent just $60 to snag an abandoned tractor from his neighbor, old Mr. Wang. Mr. Wang couldn't hide his pride, telling him that this tractor had been around for 40 years, surviving storms, hard work, and the test of time. It was a real bargain, but what's even crazier is that next month will be his father-in-law's 90th birthday. Most people would have bought a gift from a store or splurged on something flashy, but not him. He decided he would restore this rusty old tractor himself, turning it into a one-of-a-kind gift full of meaning and memories. When his wife found out about his plan, she went ballistic. She couldn't believe he wanted to spend his time on something as ridiculous as an old tractor. She mocked him, saying, "Are you just bored out of your mind at home? Is this what you do when you have nothing better to do?" For 3 straight days, she barely let him rest, constantly complaining that he was being cheap and stubborn for wanting to fix a piece of junk. But the guy didn't flinch. Every day, he rolled up his sleeves and quietly got to work. He was determined to prove that dedication, patience, and a little skill could turn something old into something extraordinary. He even kept it a secret, getting help from his brother-in-law, who was sneaking around to lend a hand without telling his wife. Watching the tractor slowly transform, his brother-in-law couldn't believe his eyes. What had once been a rusted hunk of metal was now shining, sturdy, and almost unrecognizable. As the restoration neared completion, the suspense was killing everyone. When the final touches were done, his wife walked into the workshop and froze. She couldn't believe what she was seeing. The tractor looked brand new, its metal gleaming in the sunlight, every detail polished and restored to perfection. And then came the father-in-law. The moment he saw it, his face lit up with pure joy. This wasn't just a gift, it was a bridge to his past, a rolling memory of all the years he had spent working, farming, and building his life. Compared to this, even the Mercedes he'd been gifted before seemed dull and lifeless. In a moment of sheer delight, he tossed the car keys into the toilet, as if to declare that nothing could match the glory of this old tractor reborn. Then came the grand moment. The young man fired up the engine. The roar of the tractor shook the entire village. It was deep, powerful, and alive, like a wild beast coming back to life. The tractor seemed larger, stronger, and more imposing than ever, echoing across the fields and sending a thrill through everyone who heard it. His father-in-law could hardly contain himself. He jumped on the tractor, drove it around the yard, laughed, and reminisced like a young man in his prime, reliving memories he thought he had long forgotten. The village couldn't stop talking about it. People came by just to see the tractor, marveling at the craftsmanship and the thoughtfulness behind the gift. Everyone was moved by the young man's dedication and creativity. It was a story of passion, love, and respect, a story that would be retold in the village for years. After the excitement, the young man casually said, "All right, now, let's grab some $10 wontons and talk about how I managed to win my father-in-law's heart." His humility added another layer of charm to the whole story. So, do you recognize the year and model of this tractor? Can you guess its brand? Drop your thoughts in the comments and see who can get it right. The process of restoring this tractor was more than just hard work. It was pure joy, a unique form of therapy, a way to escape from the stress of daily life. Watching it take shape was like watching a masterpiece slowly come to life. Every twist of a wrench, every stroke of polish brought the tractor closer to its former glory. And you know how it goes. Giving a like is a simple gesture, but not giving one? That's easy too. Craftsmen pour their hearts into creating something meaningful every single day. It's no small feat. So since you made it this far, why not tap that heart button and show a little love? Your support is the fuel that keeps creators going. So, what do you think? Does this tractor look incredible now that it's restored? Did it blow you away? How much would you say it's worth now? And what about the young man's skills? If you had to score him out of 10, what would you give? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and follow. Every episode, we bring you fresh, creative projects, unique stories, and inspiring craftsmanship. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.